Yes, sir. We're out here in the snow and the ice, out in the frozen pond in Foster Aaron Park. It's a stocked trout pond that we fish, and it's year-round trout fishing. All you need is a license and a trout stamp, and they stock it every 2 weeks with rainbow trout, between 600, sometimes 2,000. So we're gonna punch a couple holes through the ice, and we're gonna see if we can locate these rainbows today. I only got today and like tomorrow, and we got an Arctic blast that's coming in. We're gonna drop the temperatures to -20. I'm not gonna have no parts of that stuff. -20. I'll be hiding in my house. Okay, let's turn you around and we'll get you hooked up. It's about the size of 2 football fields. We got some people out here today, and we got to clean out our holes we punched through there. We'll see if we find some rainbow trout out here. Swing you around so you're not sitting stand there. Oop. Swing around too much. There we go. All right. Let's get these holes cleaned out. There's a rod down there. See if we can find some rainbows. I put a measuring mark on my ice scooper when you pull the slush out of the hole, so you know how thick the ice is underneath you. I'm measuring 6 inches, which is tolerable. It's good. Another 6, 7, 8. Alright, get a fishing pole down one of those holes and we'll see if we find some rainbows. See if we find some rainbows. Probably. And we're going to jig for rainbows. Boy, it's dark down there today. It's dark down those holes today. This is what we're using. A little jig with a little piece of beaver tail on the end. Yeah, we're using beaver tail. Real beaver tail. Looks like a little maggot, doesn't it? How's everybody doing? Let's find a rainbow down there today. Okay, dropped it down about 8 feet. Got 4 tents out here out in the ice. Alright, let's get my safety spikes on my neck, which I should be wearing. Every now and then, you run in the thin ice. And when you run in the thin ice, you got these around your neck, you can claw out. Put the spikes in the ice and pull yourself out of the ice. Very important to have when you're out in the ice. Put these around my neck. Alright, get back down the hole. Everybody doing today? We're ice fishing at Foster Aaron Park in Rochester, Minnesota. Ice fishing for rainbow trout. Alright? Hope everybody's doing well. I got a little woolly bug I'm using with a little piece of beaver tail in the end. So we're jigging down these holes on the ice that I put in. Seeing if we find a rainbow trout today. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hello, how's everybody doing? We're 10 minutes in and we're trying to find some rainbow trout. Hope everybody's having a great day. Let's see what we got in the comments. People saying hi. It's 9 degrees out here in Rochester, Minnesota. I hope you guys are all at home, nice and toasty. And a little frigid out here. We got some snow flurries. But within the next day and a half, we're going to have negative 20. So I'm not going to be able to come out of here into the lake. It'll be too cold for me. Hello, everybody. Morning. Yeah, the winds might be kicking up a little today, so the phone might be a little sway to the phone. Hopefully we won't get 20-mile-per-hour winds and blows over my phone stand. Yeah, we got a couple people out here with the tents. There's one guy over there. He's got his tent set up. They put a heater in them. Nice and toasty in there. That's the Minnesota way. We get our frozen lakes because of the sub-degree temperatures we get. A lot of places in the United States don't get their lakes frozen over. They even drive cars, vehicles on some of the lakes. They're so big up here in Minnesota. Don't ask me about that. I can't wrap my head around that, but they do it. How's everybody doing today? Please like, subscribe, comment if you like. I'm out here in 10-degree weather and trying to find those rainbow trout. We'll see if we can find them here. If not, then I'll have to do some more holes. Auger over there. That drill on the top is a mud mixer. Boy, 550 RPMs. It's really great for auger and ice. Probably the best drill I ever had for auger and ice. Yeah, I need a bite today. Yesterday I couldn't find them. Some days it's like that out here. Or the trout just ain't biting. I gotta find them today. So hello everybody, welcome. We're out here in Rochester, Minnesota. Jigging, ice fishing for rainbow trout. I'm trying to get some more subscribers and I'm going to be doing a lot more live shows on the ice. Hopefully under better conditions than today. We'll do 2-hour shows till my battery on my phone goes dead. And then maybe I'll try to squeeze one in tomorrow. If I can. Because tomorrow afternoon it's going to start dropping and getting extremely windy. We're going down in the negatives. Negative degrees, negative 20 tomorrow. So it's going to be a little hard to do a show in that kind of temperature. Your skin just freezes up in about 10-15 minutes. I don't need any frostbite. Hope everybody's in a warm and toasty place like Florida or Arizona. Okay, let's see what some of these people are saying. You grew up by Rochester. Well, your hometown then, huh? Beautiful place. Yeah, the Mayo Hospital is located in Rochester, Minnesota. A lot of people travel from all across the United States. Go to the one in Minnesota, but there's a Mayo Hospital in Arizona and Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome to the room. I'm in Rochester, Minnesota, ice fishing out here, jigging for trout. Trying to find a rainbow trout today. We'll see if we get some. Yeah, it's really cold. It's only like 9-10 degrees. And then every now and then we get a gust of wind that brings the temperature even further down. Welcome to the room. We're in Rochester, Minnesota. We're ice fishing at Foster Aaron Park. And they got a year-round trout fishing pond here, special regulations that they stock from the hatcheries. They throw in 600 to 2,000 every 2 weeks. They put that many trout in here. So there's a lot. They put them in, we take them out. The limit is 3 here instead of 5 for the state. And if you find one over 16, you keep it. And then every now and then they put brooders in here. They retire the brooders from the hatchery and they throw them in here. Now that's 3 to 5 pound fish they're putting in here. The big brooders, the 25-inch brooders. But I enjoy my fishing. So I open water, I do ice fishing, and we're going to try to find a rainbow trout today. What am I using? I'm using a little jig here, little woolly bug, with a piece of beaver tail on it. That's actual beaver tail on the end. It looks like a little maggot or a little mealworm. It's beaver tail. Alright, let's try this all over here by the auger. Let's try right here. Let's find the rainbow trout, huh? Yeah, the conditions are getting a little bit more precarious. It's almost like a whiteout. We got light snow. It's about 9 degrees out. So please hit that like or subscribe because my fingers can't. I got gloves and they're like icicles. Yesterday we tried to find them. We got skunked. But my previous shows last week, I got 20 one day, 23 the other day, and 40 something one day when they stocked 2,000 rainbow trout in here. If you want to look at my previous shows, they're way better than this one so far. Yeah, we'll jig till we get a bite. The fish will come up and will slap it, and you can feel the bump, then it'll turn around and come back and try to swallow it. Got to find them first. This pond here in Rochester, Minnesota is at Foster Aaron Park. It's only about the size of 2 football fields, so it's not huge, but it does go down to the depth of 34 feet, and that's I'm at about 25 here where I'm standing. Yeah, I'll do this for a couple hours till my battery goes dead on my iPhone. And I'm going to do them more often. I'm going to try to do 2-3 a week. 2-hour shows, and I'm going to get monetized on YouTube. So please like, subscribe, or comment. I appreciate y'all watching. Let's get me over 6,000 followers. I'm at like 5,700 right now. Come on, Mr. Rainbow Trout, where are you? This is what we're using here. It's like a little woolly bug, jig with an actual piece of beaver tail on it that simulates a maggot or a mealworm. Let's try another hole here. We got two more right over here. And then maybe I'll have to drill some more holes. Welcome to the room. Okay, let's clean this out. With my slush stick with a measuring tape on it. I can measure how thick the ice is. That way you're safe, much safer on the ice when you know how many inches you're standing on. 3 inches would be dangerous, be thin ice. 4 inches would be sketchy too. That's why I got these neck spikes around my neck for safety. Okay, where is this trout? Come on. Be one of those trout to swim in and bump me. Well, the snow's coming down a little heavier now. Out here in Rochester, Minnesota. Ice fishing for rainbow trout. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. May have to drill some more holes. That bellowing sound is the ice expanding underneath us. It's not getting ready to crack. See, I got my rope and my pickaxe on me for safety reasons too. Never be safe enough. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, everybody. Breaking out a little there. I'm out here in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm ice fishing for rainbow trout. The hatchery stocks the pond with hundreds and thousands of rainbow trout. So I'm out here trying to get some of them. I'll catch and release most of the time. Yeah, I usually don't keep them, but when you do keep them, you can keep 3. 1/16. This is a year-round trout fishing pond, where you can actually trout fish year-round. And I'm going to start doing more videos, live shows. We'll see if we can find them down this hole. They might be down deep, they might be close underneath the ice, you just never know. Sometimes you gotta do 20, 30 holes before you find them. Come on, I need a bite. See any swimming around down there. It's not a good sign. If you like fishing, please like, subscribe. Use some more subscribers. I'm going to do 2 to 3 shows, 2-hour shows per week. Live shows. All right, which direction am I going to start drilling holes? We're going to have to look for them. I'm going to have to drill some more holes. I think I'm going west. I'm going this way. I'm going to drill some more holes. Look at that auger. That drill there. That's a mud mixer. Industrial strength. 550 RPMs. It goes nice and smooth down through the ice. Best drill I've had for an auger. You barely even got to hold on to it, so heavy. It just does the blades do the drilling. Just like so. Mr. Trout. Where are you? That's what we're using there. A little woolly bug with a piece of beaver tail on it. Let's move us up here a little, and we'll try the next hole. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm here in Rochester, Minnesota, and we're ice fishing for rainbow trout. Come along, join, subscribe, comment. Thank you. We've got about 6 inches of ice, but it's really dark underneath the ice, so you got to use a very white or pink lure so he sees it down there, so the trout see it. I got that little white piece of beaver tail on there that's fluttering in the water like a maggot or a mealworm, but they can't steal it off my hook because it's really elastic. It's better than silicone. I don't know where these trout at. We got snow coming down, but within the next day it's going to drop to -20. So I figured I better get out and do my live show today, even though the conditions look blustery. Let's find a rainbow trout. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe, like, or comment. I could use all the assistance. Thank you. We're ice fishing out here in Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah, I wonder where these trout are hiding today. We'll just have to do random holes and find out. And then we'll either find them or we won't today. Or at least we're damn well going to try, right? I do enough holes. Okay, let's do these next 2 holes, see if they're down there. We're going to try to find those rainbows. It's about 10 degrees out, and we got light snow. A little bit of wind, 3 mile, 4 mile per hour winds. But within the next day and a half, it's dropping to -20, so I had to get out here and fish before the -20. I don't want my skin getting burned, freeze dried. Come on, rainbow trout. maybe we'll just go straight across. See if we find them. My hat, yeah, this hat I got on, I got from Ukraine off Etsy, the website Etsy. With shipping, 80 bucks. All right, time to do some more holes. And when I drill a hole, I use this to scoop the ice out of it, but I got a measuring stick on it, so I know how thick the ice is. You don't want to stand on 3 or 4 inches of ice. You want 5 or 6, so I need to know. Well, we're going to do some more holes. I think we're going west this way. So So let's get you away from the hole so my phone doesn't fall down in the water. How's everybody doing? I see I got some comments there. I'll try to read them. Good day, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? We're in Rochester, Minnesota. We're ice fishing at Foster Irvin Pond. And the hatchery stocks trout every 2 weeks here. Love you back. They stock rainbow trout in here every 2 weeks. About a week and a half ago, they put 2,000 in here. That day, I caught 40 fish. And you can look at my previous live shows. I'm pulling them out like one every 10 minutes. It was a great day. So I'm going to do some more holes out here. And we're going to see if we can find these rainbow trout. So hang around. Temperature? Yeah, the temperature is about 10 degrees. 10 degrees with about 3-mile-per-hour winds. So we got about 5 degrees. But within the next day and a half, it's going to drop to -20. That's why I'm doing my live show today. And I'll try to squeeze one in tomorrow or two. So like, subscribe, comment. I will be doing more live shows because it seems like I'm going to get monetized real soon, where they're paying, you know, YouTube pays you when you get monetized. I don't know how much. It's probably chump change, but we'll find out. Every little bit will help, but every like, every subscription helps me out to get that monetization. So thank you. I appreciate all your comments, and I appreciate you showing up and watching. For all you guys that don't have frozen lakes, we go into sub-degree zero temperatures. That's why we get frozen lakes. Anything? No fishing. No fish yet. I haven't even had a bump. So I might have to do 20, 30 holes before I find them. I had them last week. Last week I got 40. Another day I got 20. Another day I got 23. Yesterday I got skunked though. So there's that. Foster Irvin, they'll skunk you, even the best people. Let me get out there and do some holes. Nice talking to you guys. Stick around. Like, subscribe, please. This drill and this auger is the bomb. This thing's called a mud mixer. And it's just so smooth when it goes down. Oh, guys, you fell over in the snow, didn't you? Sorry about that. You guys fell over in the snow. Yes, sir. I guess a little wind blew you over or something. You got some snow in your face. Brush your face off. You got snow in your face. I'm going to do some more holes over there. Yeah, you're sturdy enough now, I think. Hope you don't fall over again. Maybe you can make us roll a snowman up or something. That one's like 8 inches. every now and then we'll get a gust of wind. And we got snow all over my camera, but good thing I got a waterproof case on it. Blow you off there a little. All right, let's move up a little. How's everybody doing? Okay, let's do the first hole. A little shady over there. Looks like it's opening up. How's everybody doing? Good day to everybody. We're ice fishing in Rochester, Minnesota. The rainbow trout. It might be actually. All right. Let's see if we find some rainbow trout down this hole. Yeah, it's getting so cold, the ice is expanding. That's that big booming sound you hear. It's not the ice getting ready to crack, it's expanding. As an ice fisherman, you need to get used to that, because that bellowing sound happens very often. Sometimes even cracks form right near you. But when the ice is so thick, like 6 inches, we got 7 and 8 out here. You're not going through. There ain't no way you're going through. Come on, Mr. Rainbow, where are you hiding? He's hiding down there today. If you like what you see, please subscribe, comment, like. Give me a warm like at least. I'm trying to monetize this YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing 2-hour shows 2 to 3 times a week. We'll do ice fishing, we'll do carp fishing in the summertime, we'll do all sorts of fishing, crappie fishing, bass, northern. Check out some of my previous videos, you'll like them. Or my live shows. The one live show I caught over 40-something rainbow trout out of here. Okay. This hole don't look like I'm getting a bump. Not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday it was bitterly cold. Where your fingertips, you fuddle around with everything you pick up because your fingertips are so cold. Today, I could probably do without my gloves, which I think I'm going to take off, because eventually, with all the clothing I wear, It's pretty warm out here. Even though it looks bitterly cold, it's warm. Alright, let's see how long I've been on. Hello everybody. How cold is it? Well, I'd say it's about 9 degrees, but when the 3-mile-per-hour winds pick up, it's about 5. But within a day, we're going down to negative 20, so I can't be out here in negative 20. I'm going to be fishing like 2 to 3 times a week if you want to sub. Ice fishing. I do ice fishing. I do all sorts of fishing. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment. I'm trying to monetize this station. We got some shady spots over there. Looks pretty shady. You can see it looks like it's like black ice right there. Water's like coming up. This quarry, ex-quarry that I fished, they stopped digging in the quarry because the water kept coming up from the quarry. They found out they have underground springs, so they stopped digging in the quarry and they made it a trout pond in Rochester, Minnesota. And the hatcheries are so many down here, they decided to stock it 600 to 2,000 fish every 2 weeks. Live bait minnow head? Okay, I used to use minnow heads, but now I just use beaver tail. Yeah, I'll show you. I use this little piece of beaver tail. It simulates a waxworm or a maggot, and it flutters up in the water when you jig it up and down. And those, I can even show you. I bought off Etsy. I'll show you a pack of them once I get them out. Got so much junk in my pockets here. That's lures. That's gloves. Okay, this is what we're talking about here. Digglers. Digglers jig tails. Get about 10 in a pack for $3 off Etsy. And little pieces of, look like little maggots, but they're actual beaver tail. So when a trout comes in and tries to take it off your hook and steal it, a regular maggot or mealworm, they would waxworm, they take it right off your hook. This doesn't come off the hook. So you can use it over and over and over again. And I got these, like I said, for $3 a piece, diggers, off Etsy, the website Etsy. Look them up. Okay. Now I can put all my gloves back, I guess. We're going to try these holes I did. Maybe do a couple more. But we're going to stay on the live show here until my phone runs out of battery juice. That's about 2 hours. I think we're on the first hour. Maybe even a little sooner than 2 hours. My battery's a little weak. I do so many videos. I need a new battery in my phone. Okay, there we go. Make sure you guys are sturdy and the wind don't blow you over. Let's see if we find a rainbow down here. Some rainbow action. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment. So within a day, we got another polar vortex coming in Rochester, Minnesota. We're going to be, for the next 4 days, we're going to be in the negative. And one day it's going to be negative 20. The high the one day is going to only be negative 13. Yeah, that's the days you hide in your house. Too dangerous to go outside. You drive your car and it breaks down. What are you going to? You're going to walk to the gas station? It'll be too cold. You got to do things smart. Buy everything you need before the polar vortex comes in, so you don't have to go out unless you got to go to work. This is my work. This is what I do. Yep, it's about 9 degrees out here. And we're trying to find some rainbow trout that they stock. Howdy, welcome, thank you. Please subscribe. All right, comment if you like. Go down the next hole. We'll see if we find a trout down here. Okay, we got another long comment down here. Thank you for all your comments. You must be down deep today. Some days they're just right underneath the ice. You know, when they're down deeper, like 7, 8 feet, it's really hard to set the hook because you got to pull your arms up above your head, set that hook. Check out some of my other live shows where I caught 20, 23, 40 something. Yep. Some days you got to travel around the whole pond and try to find them. Sometimes they stay in one spot, sometimes they travel around. Sometimes they go up in the water level, sometimes they go all the way down. So it's all about timing, finding these trout. Right place, the right time. try this last hole over here. Try to get him one more show tomorrow morning before that negative 20 degrees comes out here. I'm not going to be out for the next 3 or 4 days when that weather comes. Well, like I said, I'll try to do one more show tomorrow. I think these rainbow trout are hiding low. They're flowed down in the water, sort of right underneath the ice. They're being hard to find. I'm going to do a couple more holes, then I'm going to maybe call it quits. Out here in Rochester, Minnesota, ice fishing for rainbow trout. All right, let's do some more holes. There's our next line of holes all the way over there. We're gonna try some more holes. Yes, sir. How's everybody doing? Thanks for showing up. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to monetize this YouTube channel, so please like, subscribe. And I'm going to try to do 2 to 3 shows a week, 2-hour shows. So my battery on my phone dies out, which is about 2 hours. And we do have a shady spot. It looks like a watery spot in front of us. And that's why when I do those holes, I use my slush stick. And I got a measuring on it, so when I scoop out the ice, I can measure how thick the ice is I'm standing on. Very important for me to know. I don't want to be on 3 or 4 inches of ice. I want to be on anything over 4. All right, we've got a first hole here. Let's see if we find a rainbow down here. Hello everybody, welcome. It's getting a little better out here. A little warmer where I can actually take off my hat. You know this red fox fur I got from Ukraine off Etsy. And it's the warmest hat I ever had in my life. I have to take it off every now and then because my head's sweating. Even though it's 10-degree temperature out here. My head starts to sweat. Got to get it some fresh air. Come on, let's find those rainbow trout, huh? I'm on about my 20th hole, I'd say. And I still haven't really basically found a bite, which tells me maybe they're laying down low. Too low to get. On about 25 feet of water here. So I go down only about 5 feet to 7 feet. And then I reel up a little. And then jig some more. The conditions getting a little better. The sun's trying to peek through, but it's only about 10 degrees. I'm going to try to squeeze in another show tomorrow before the Arctic blast comes by and we drop down to -20. Not going to be out here for that. Okay, let's move up to the next hole. Let's move up to the next hole. There we go. Yeah, I know I've been out here for almost 2 hours because my toes start getting a little frostbit. I feel like ice cubes right now, so I'm going to say I've been out here maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, I don't think people are having as much luck just like me. You can't find them because they're traveling around from spot to spot. That's what that tells me. They're not having much luck either. Some days they're just traveling right underneath the ice. Other days they could be anywhere. They could be down real deep. Oh, look at that sun trying to peek through, huh? Trying to peek through. Too much cloud cover. Yes, sir. Let's try these last couple of holes here. I did 3 holes here. Let's try these out, see if we can find them. What's dangerous about out here at Foster Irving Pond in Rochester, Minnesota, it's an ex-quarry. The reason they stopped digging here was because they hit all these underground water streams. Fills up with water. So it could be 8 inches of ice right here, but over there it could be 2 inches because the water, the stream, ebbs out underneath the ice. So you got to be prepared with safety equipment to get out if you fall in. Highly recommend some safety equipment. Please like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, not a bite, not a nada. This is what I'm using, a little jig, woolly bulger jig with a little, that's a little piece of beaver tail actually on there. So when you jig it up and down, it flutters around like a little maggot. How's everybody doing today? From Rochester, Minnesota. Well, I still got some battery left, so maybe I'll go double back and jig the holes I did earlier. Thank you guys for all your comments there. Please subscribe. I'm going to do 2 to 3 days a week, 2-hour shows. And I'm trying to monetize my channel here, which means I'm trying to get money for doing these live shows. And it's working. I'm 2/3 of the way there. All I need is another good day and I'll be monetized. So, yes, please help. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, I think I need to work my way back. About 10 degrees out here. We're ice fishing in Foster Aaron Pond Park in Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah, I'm just going to stay on this one hole. We'll just go all the way down. See if we find them if they're lying low. Yeah, I don't think they're swimming around at all today. It's all about timing. had enough today. Hope everybody enjoyed watching. Thank you all for subbing, watching, giving your likes or whatever you did. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to sign out today. And like I said, I'm going to try to come back out again tomorrow before the polar vortex hits us. And it's, for 4 days, it's going to be -17 high, -20. And I just ain't going out in that kind of weather. So, yeah, I'm going to sign out. Everybody have a good day.